Okay, well, we had a short hiatus while the dude next door decided to mow his lawn in the rain for absolutely no apparent reason. His lawn is shorter than ours, but okay, whatever. We're back. I gotta forewarn you, the kitty is patrolling the office. We might have a guest starring appearance happening here in just a moment. But anyway, the show really must go on because I gotta get this done. So yeah, this is for the lampwork rosary. This particular cross is very finicky. So when I trim it, I have to be really careful. All these swoops in at the edge make fantastic points for it to decide to break in this stage. Once it's fired, it's totally fine. But in this stage, greenware is the most delicate stage for metal clay. I think for all clay. It's been years and years since I've worked in ceramic clay, but I believe that is also true. I don't know if you can hear the cat purring in the background, but he's trying to use his Jedi mind trick to get me to pay attention to him. But we're just gonna get this done, much to his dismay, I don't doubt. Anyway, I started making rosaries, not oddly enough, not because I'm a religious person, but because there were a certain set. I was just, and am still just, a beginner in metal clay, and making rosaries lets me work on my business while developing the skill sets that I want to use with these different materials. But that isn't to say that they don't have a place in my heart. I have an interest in things like prayer and meditation, regardless of denomination. But it's a practice that creates sort of a still, quiet spot in your mind, in your heart, that is then filled, whether you believe it's God filling it or a goddess filling it, or just your own clarity in terms of what you want and what you want to do. It's that still space that I find to be sacred in my point of view. So I pretty much pour my heart into the pieces that I'm making, because they're the conduit for that still space for somebody else. And I respect that, and I want to honor that with what I'm doing. If that makes any sense at all to anyone who is not inside my head. I hope it does. All right. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay. I'm going to smooth out the back a little bit. At some point, I'm going to have a hallmark made, and I'll be able to attach that to the back of each of these pieces, like a little signature to let folks know who made them. But right now I don't. I have purity marks, 0.925, 0.999, that sort of thing, for my silver pieces. I'm prepared to mark those, but I don't have a hallmark that is just for me, that is specific to my company, my brand, my designs, however you want to look at that. I have a friend who's likely watching this video who's scolding me right now, right out loud, looking at her screen, telling me that I have to get my my hallmark done. And she's right. She's not wrong. But it hasn't been the priority just yet. And I don't know if I want somebody else to design it or if I want to try to make something myself that I can use as a stamp into wet clay and then add that signed element to each of the pieces. So I'm in the overthink it part of the process. That's where I am. I'm working on it, but we've just reached the part where I think it to death before I do anything about it. Sorry, I know my hands are all in the way of showing you this. I'm just drilling the hole to hang the cross from, to, put the wire work through, make a bail, and attach it to the rosary. It's still in the way. I don't know if you can see that. I'm supporting behind where I'm drilling. In this case, I'm supporting on the front side of the cross, just to make sure the delicate greenware doesn't burst through like an alien on the other side, because that's not what we're going for. We're just about there. If you're working in metal clay, make sure the holes that you drill are bigger than you want them to be by a bit, because the entire piece shrinks in the kiln. All of the organic binder is burned off and you end up with a smaller piece of solid metal, but that makes the hole smaller as well. So, well, that was pretty quick and painless. I don't have my scrap jar. Hang on. There it is. My extremely high-tech scrap storage container. It's an Altoid tin. Ta-da! The secrets of the great artists are revealed. Okay. So that's the Flame of Love Rosary done. Let's do the fob for the moss agate next. Now please don't worry, I'm not going to make you hang out with me while I do all of these. I just want to hang out a bit while I get a couple of pieces done. And this should be interesting because I have to attach, as I described before, I'll trim this out. It'll be essentially like a square frame, rectangular frame. And then I need to attach a little profile of Mary in the center so they can center together in the kiln. So I will try and hurry up a little bit and see if I can fit that into this video. Did everybody tell you when you were a kid not to whittle toward you? Because I gotta tell you, I think about that every single time. I go on ahead and do it anyway. That's 40 years ago I received that instruction or more from my parents. And here I am, still not listening. That's terrible. Kids, don't do this at home. Sorry, I'm not being much of a conversationalist. I just, aside from focusing on what I'm doing, I'm also aware I'm probably going to have to edit this video down. I mean, nobody wants to watch every single second of this. And it's easier to find edit points when I'm not babbling the whole time. almost there, I promise. Okay, we're getting there. I'm going to check it from the back, which looks like we're not quite getting there yet. Let's see. Especially since this is for a pocket rosary, I want to make sure that there aren't going to be any sharp spots or divots that might catch on a thread in your pocket and create a problem when you're trying to pull it out, trying to use it. That would not be calming and peaceful and conducive to prayer and meditation. Let's see. All right. Really? Scoot. Each piece comes out a little bit differently, so I want to, before I go trimming out one of the Marys, I want to see if there's one that's better for this piece. Okay. I think that's how we're going to do it. We'll put these two together, and we will put these two together. This part's always a little tedious, trying to get as close as possible to her profile without losing any of the detail of her profile. Yeah, that's good. All right. Going to refrain from fussing too much. And I do want to flatten out her back so she'll lay properly on the centerpiece, just like that. So, okay. Oops, hey now. Whoa. This is a water pen, just plain old regular water. Moistening up the clay on both pieces where I want them to join. That way they don't suck the moisture out of the slip too quickly. The slip is meant to join them together. It needs to be given a chance to dry at its own pace. And I'm just going to be honest and tell you I'm still clumsy at this part. This brush is driving me crazy. So, and I'm very not specific about this part. I just glump. That's a technical term, glumping. Glump some slip on. And move her around. Oh, that's pretty much right where I want her. Move her around just a little until she's settled. And then take care of the extra. And Really? So glad we caught that on camera. Just painting in the extra so it's a smooth joint. And all of the Mary piece has some of the slip underneath. Oh God, come on. All of the Mary piece has slip underneath to help her join to the backing in the kiln like you do. So still just making sure it's a smooth joint, a smooth transition from the center of the centerpiece to the back of the centerpiece. There's a lot of water in the slip, so as it dries, it shrinks and you get kind of a smooth transition going. Okay. I'm going to stop fussing with that for now and let it dry. And I think I'm going to stop the tape here. I just have a ton more work to do and I'm just going to head through it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this content, like and subscribe and the gods of YouTube will show you more of it. I'm Allison White from WhyteWing.com and thanks for playing.